Today is August 14th, 2026, and we're here to talk about new releases, specifically 3 select releases from this week that I think are worth listening to and purchasing, as well as 9 or 10 recently announced records, some song previews to kind of get the juices flowing for what's to come next. There wasn't a lot to choose from here in this second week of August. It's going to be kind of a weak month in general until we get towards the very end of it, but Abyssal Rift's Relics of Great Ash is a standout. It's a solid record. It's got some dissonant death metal ideas, some blackened death metal sort of aggression to it, as well as a lot of an experimental hand, which veers into both the progressive and the psychedelic on the rants that it takes. Pretty interesting record. Finnish death metal trio Unburial have released a self-titled demo, which is fairly standard work, but I thought it was good enough. You could see the promise in what they're doing here. They've got some style here. And finally, we have Invocation Ritual, a local band here in Seattle, who have members of, I believe, the drummer from Oxygen Destroyer and fellow from Reburied and some other associated bands. Pretty straightforward death metal, a little bit of some hardcore-ish moments on there and some brutal moments. It's not bad at all. Gave it a listen this morning. Thought it was pretty decent. Check it out yourself. Polish post-black metal band PROFECI have returned with a 4th full-length album. It'll be named Troska. It releases through Gods of War Productions in mid-September, and this is definitely an evolution of the sound that was found on their previous record. This is very different. You'll hear it in the clip right away. This is not exactly what they were doing on the last record, which I reviewed quite highly. Looking forward to digging into this band's new sound here on this record. Check it out for yourself.
Stan sugeruje człowieka i mierzy do ciebie cierpienie tą samą ręką, którą niedawno niósł ukojenie.
Extremely Rotten Productions have announced the latest album from AZATOTH. Their first full-length album, Carnal Lust of Blasphemy, will release through the label on all formats on August 21st, just about a week from now. This is a solid album. I've only listened to it once so far, and hopefully I'll get around to reviewing it before next week. But check out Veins of Rotten Blood for now. United States death doom metal quartet Night Hag are returning for a second full-length album in Great Dismal Darkness. This will release on all formats through Rotted Life and on October 16th. I really like the band's first record and some of their other earlier releases, so I'm looking forward to this one. There's definitely a deeper kind of underground sound to this first single here, Effluvia Tendrils. They released a song like a week ago. You probably heard it by now, but I wanted to point it out because it's particularly good. So check out Effluvia Tendrils. And we have a second Rotted Life Records release, this one being a collaboration with Night Terrors Records, and it is another death doom metal band. This is the debut full-length album from Cerebral Curse. This is a Spanish death doom metal band, and Abominant Incarnations of Sepulchral Depths will feature 3 quite long death doom metal songs. You're going to check out one of them right now, Abominant Incarnations of Sepulchral Depths, the title track. Great album. I've only just previewed it today. On October 2nd, Profound Lore Records and Sepulchral Voice Records will release the 3rd full-length album from Spirit Possession, Cathedral Speech. You can tell from the title track here that they've pushed this sound a little bit further. They've done something a little bit different with it, but you're still getting the band and the manic effects-drenched psychosis of it all, and it's pretty awesome. It's great to see this band back. This one might be their most imposing release, basically just for a side B, but we'll get there in time for the review. Great album overall, I can say already. Check out the title track, Cathedral Speech. Nuclear Winter Records have announced River of Slumber, the debut full-length album from Greek death metal band Casket Dweller, will release on October 22nd, 2026 on CD format. The rest is coming later. This first single, Voodoo Incants, reminded me a little bit of Asphyx. There's a little bit of death grind in there, just a little bit in the drumming, and it was compelling enough. I think if you're a fan of early Dutch and Swedish death metal, this is probably one to grab onto. Check out Voodoo Incants. On August 28th, later this month, Unholy Redeemer, a combination of folks from Desecracy, Nocturnal Grave, Cerecloth, and beyond, will release their debut EP on Extremely Rotten Productions and Dark Descent Records on all potential formats. This is a late 80s, early 90s style death metal band, and Journey Beyond Death definitely plants a flag in that territory very clearly here, and I think some versions will include their earlier EP as the B-side. So check that out. I thought this was pretty awesome. It's got some pretty cool folks in the band who we haven't heard. Some of them we haven't heard from in a while. Check out the first single here, Carrion of the Gods. Los Angeles area traditional doom metal and heavy metal band Early Moods have announced their third full-length album, Ready for the Grave, will release this September 18th, 2026 by way of Writing Easy Records. The band definitely impressed me with their first two records, so I'm looking forward to this one. I think the moment you get into this title track, you're going to hear the pentagram style influence on their sound, but there is more to their sound and whatnot. But for now, it's a solid record, already ready to recommend it. Check out the first single, Ready for the Grave. Amor Fati Productions have announced a new EP from HADOPELAGYAL, a German kind of chaotic, abstracted black death metal band. This is obviously in continuation of their most recent 2025 full-length. This band has impressed with everything they've released, and I think this is basically building off the back of the LP with this preview song, Tomb-Wake Liturgia. So check it out for yourself. And finally, Metal Blade Records have announced the September 11th release date for the fifth full-length album from Melbourne, Australia-based thrash metal band HARLOTT. Exequious is a pretty straightforward Bay Area thrash kind of sounding record with this song in particular, The Joyful Stain, has a later anthemic creator style to it. I'd probably say like post-2008 creator in the way that they formed their melody there. But I thought it was cool enough to mention here. If you like thrash metal, you'll probably hear something you like here. Check out The Joyful Stain here and see if that's your thing. Giant Coke America, rejoice in the hysteria. Belligerents running riots in the fighting to the street. Thanks for hanging out and checking out a few new releases. Go ahead and check the website. Read some of these new reviews. Nothing all that amazing going on this month from my point of view, but we'll have some decent stuff to talk about at the end of the month. And go recommend stuff if I haven't talked about it yet, if you will.